Hi, welcome to 4 Minutes of Film with me, Rhianna. 4 films this week: The Avengers Age of Ultron with an interview from Elizabeth Olsen, The Falling with an interview from Maisie Williams, The Good Lie and The Emperor's New Clothes. So let's start with The Avengers Age of Ultron. Tony Stark and Bruce Banner create artificial intelligence, Ultron, which they mean to protect the world, but actually all it wants to do is destroy it.
This could have been avoided if you hadn't played with something you don't understand.
I'm sorry. It is funny. It's a hoot that you don't get why we need this.
Tony, maybe this might not be the time.
Really?
You learn more about characters that were peripheral in the first film, like Hawkeye and Black Widow, so they're less two-dimensional. And we're introduced to 2 brand new characters, Quicksilver, played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen, who I got a chance to talk to. Before you went on set, which Avenger did you have a bit of a soft spot for?
Most of the superhero costumes are like built-in kind of like...
muscles.
Yeah, muscles and things like
There's
that.
a muscle suit, then a costume on top of it.
The only one that can't have, you know, a costume is Hemsworth, and he's got
the biggest arms that I've ever seen.
It was literally like the size of my thighs.
Twice the size of my head.
Which was kind of impressive because you kind of, man, those really are like godly arms.
Yes,
like it was incredible.
He is this size.
And he's 6'6" or something.
Yes, he's very tall and very strong.
All right, everybody, stand down.
It's beautifully choreographed by Joss Whedon. There are some really epic shots of the Avengers versus Ultron's many forms, but you also see them partying and relaxing, which feels much needed. There are plenty of Iron Man quips, but it felt like it could have been trimmed because all the extended action sequences just resulted in the destruction of another town, which we didn't need. So 4 stars for Avengers Age of Ultron. Next up, it's The Good Lie. Sudanese refugees get the chance to restart their lives in Kansas City, but they find it really difficult to let go of their past, but they get a lot of help from their employment agency counsellor, played by Reese Witherspoon.
May we visit with your cow?
Be my guest.
Are there any dangerous animals of which we should be warned?
Such as?
Lions.
No, there's no lions here. You're safe.
I was expecting this to be really worthy with the Western world coming in to save the refugees, but actually Reese Witherspoon takes a back seat, and it's all about the 3 main characters who really own this story, which is inspired by true events.
What's our story, anyway?
I'm not sure. They seem pretty traumatized.
Half of the film is set in Africa, and it's these poignant, moving scenes which make you realise the terrifying reality of their natural home. So 4 stars for The Good Lie. Next up, it's The Emperor's New Clothes. This is a documentary by Russell Brand about holding banks accountable for the recession.
Every crisis is an opportunity to change the system, to change direction.
Power isn't there, power is here.
The Benyon estates did pull out of the purchase of the estate, so that was amazing.
It's informative and fun, as you'd expect from Russell Brand. His quirky tangents keep you entertained, but actually he does spend a lot of time talking to people who don't know anything about anything, which is a bit of a waste. So 3 stars for The Emperor's New Clothes. And finally, it's The Falling. A girl dies at a secondary school, which starts off a chain reaction of girls having hysteria and fainting.
You all know something is wrong.
Get her out.
Are you not going to fight for the truth? What have you been reduced to?
Prefects, get her out.
Inertia?
It's an unusual subject, more dark humour than I was expecting. Like, you don't know if it's a real epidemic or if it's all in the power of suggestion. And this is what happened when I spoke to the star, Maisie Williams.
It's based upon the old saying, there's always something going on behind closed doors. It's that sort of thing, and it just shows how little things that are niggling away at your brain that you don't realise have a massive impact on your day-to-day life. And that, coupled with teen angst and all these emotions and urges that you're feeling when you're growing up and going through this change, kind of makes for a pretty wild roller coaster of emotions and a pretty sick movie.
Maisie Williams, as the bratty teenager, gives a really strong, realistic performance in this coming-of-age drama, so 4 stars for The Falling. Next week, I'll be reviewing Far From the Madding Crowd and Unfriended, so click here to subscribe and catch that then.